Hey folks, welcome to Shooting Up North. I'm your host, Lewis Carlin. We're heard right here on the Alliance Pro Wrestling Network. Thank you so much for joining me today. And thank you so much for everyone that has hit that subscribe button and has subscribed to the Alliance Pro Wrestling Network YouTube channel. Really appreciate it. Very grateful, very appreciative. Thank you so much for everyone that has hit that subscribe button. Okay, November 13th, which is tomorrow, is a huge, huge day for New Japan Pro Wrestling. Got a huge show in Japan and a huge show in the States in San Jose, California. Big day for New Japan Pro Wrestling. If you're a New Japan Pro Wrestling fan, you'll love it tomorrow. I know tomorrow we got Full Gear from AEW, but that's not going to interfere with any of the New Japan Pro Wrestling action. And Full Gear is, I believe it starts at 8, from 8 to 11. Then you can go right into New Japan Pro Wrestling. But we're not here to talk about AEW. New Japan Pro Wrestling, huge day tomorrow. So we got in the morning, Best of the Super Juniors begins. Best of the Super Junior 28 tournament begins tomorrow in Korakuen Hall in Tokyo, Japan. And then we have in San Jose later in the evening, starting at 11 p.m. 11 p.m. Right when Full Gear is ending. Once that's over, you go right to New Japan Pro Wrestling Battle in the Valley. It's going to be in San Jose, California, New Japan Pro Wrestling. Another huge show of professional wrestling action. But let's talk about Best of the Super Juniors first in Tokyo, Korakuen Hall. And all this action takes place in New Japan Pro Wrestling World. If you don't subscribe, man, you got to subscribe. It's great service. You know, they didn't ask me to say that. I'm just, as a fan, I'm saying it's a tremendous service. It's inexpensive too, and you get all New Japan Pro Wrestling, in my opinion, the best professional wrestling promotion in the world, in my opinion. But I believe Battle in the Valley is going to be on Fight TV as well, so you might be able to get it on there. But New Japan Pro Wrestling World is where you can see all the action. So Best of the Super Juniors tomorrow. Again, so it's at 4:30 a.m. North American time. So you're gonna have to get up a little early, but it's gonna be well worth it. First match actually will be the Young Lions. It's gonna be Ryohei Oiwa taking on the returning Young Lion. He returning from injury, Yuto Nakashima. Now Nakashima took on Yuya Omura a few months back. 10 seconds in, Nakashima dislocated his elbow or shoulder. I believe it was elbow, and he was out of action. But he's back now, and he's be taking on Ryohei Oiwa tomorrow. 10-minute time limit. Usually with the new Young Lions, it usually goes a draw. I don't expect a winner in this one. I'm thinking it's going to go the time limit draw, but it should be a great match. I love the Young Lions. They always bring the fire. They always bring the intensity. And this match should be no exception to that. So again, Yuto Nakashima taking on Ryohei Oiwa. Young Lions battling tomorrow in the first match. Then we get into the Best of the Super Junior 28 tournament. First match on this card will be Bushi going 1-on-1 with a Doki. This should be a great one. I'm thinking Bushi's going to squeak this one out here. But this should be Doki's really coming into his own, and Bushi, we all, I don't need to tell you how great Bushi is, but I'm picking Bushi to pick this one here. And we have Yoshinobu Kanemaru going 1-on-1 with Taiji Ishimori. This should be another just fantastic match. Ishimori returning from the States to Japan. I love Taiji Ishimori, the Bone Soldier. I'm picking Ishimori over Kanemaru in this one. We have Robbie Eagles going up against Raisuke Raisuke Taguchi with his hip attack. Not the biggest Taguchi fan. Uses that hip attack like 95% of his offense is just a hip attack, just that ass to the face, ass to the chest, or whatever. So I'm not the biggest Taguchi fan. Eagles coming off the loss to El Desperado, losing the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. So I'm going to go with the Robbie Eagles here to pull off the win over Taguchi. The fifth match will be Master Wato against El Phantasmo. This is going to be one hell of a match. Master Wato was really improving as an in-ring talent. Very talented, great potential. Master Wato. El Phantasmo just returning to Japan after competing in New Impact Wrestling. Actually, he's still part of the TV tapings, but he's back in Japan now, and this is going to be just a tremendous match. Master Wato. I'm not sure. don't know who's going to win this. This is going to be such a good match. I love Phantasmo. He's got great ring entrance music, but Master Wato, I think I'm going to go with Master Wato. I'm going with Master Wato to pull off the victory here over El Phantasmo. Then we have Hiromu Takahashi, one-on-one with Yo. This one should also just be a splendid match. Yo returning on, I believe it was the last show to any attack show. Sho and Yo are a former tag team. Now they're bitter rivals. Once good friends, now bitter rivals. Sho and Yo. Yo returned to attack show, and this one is too hard to call. I know they want to build up Yo, but they also Takahashi is one of the best junior heavyweights that they got. But I think they're going to build up Yo. I think Yo is going to get the victory here over Hiromu Takahashi, but I could be wrong. But nonetheless, it's going to just be a spectacular match. And then the last match is just going to be. I mean, if you're going to just watch one match. If you're just going to watch one match on this show, I suggest you watch the last one. It's going to be the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion, El Desperado, one-on-one with Sho. This is going to be just a fantastic match. I'm picking Sho to win this one. I believe I'm picking Sho to win the entire tournament. I know they want to build up Sho. Actually, Sho, Evil, and Yujiro Takahashi on the last big show that. I'm trying to rename the event, but no, Power Struggle. Power Struggle. They defeated. They won the Never Openweight 6-man tag team titles. So Sho is 1/3 of those champions. But I know they're really building Sho up to be a top junior heavyweight. He's definitely going to be an IWGP Junior Heavyweight champion soon. But I'm picking Sho to win this one over El Desperado. I think it's going to come down to Sho and Yo. Sho and Yo are eventually going to meet each other. I haven't looked at the whole whole tournament yet. So I'm kind of thinking I wouldn't be surprised if they're saving Sho and Yo to face each other in the final on the final show of the IWG of the Best of the Super Juniors. Have them like maybe they're tied. They have the same amount of points, and the winner goes on to win the tournament and then gets the right to challenge El Desperado for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. I think it's going to come down to Sho and Yo, but I think Sho is going to wind up winning, and I think Sho is going to eventually be the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion. But Desperado against Sho is going to just be a splendid match. Just a spectacular, splendid match. I can't wait for the show tomorrow. I'll be up bright and early. Really looking forward to Yuto Nakashima coming back as well. Because when he took on Yuya Uemura, he looked ready. He looked intense. He looked ready to go. I was really impressed. But 8 seconds later, he was on the shelf. But I'm looking forward to Nakashima tomorrow. So it should be a great show. This is going to be a great one. I can't wait for this tomorrow. It's going to be a great show. And then when that's over, we get to have a little bit of a break and spend time with the family and do whatever you got to do because that show should be over about 7:30 in the morning. Then at 11 p.m., Eastern Standard Time. If you're on the West Coast, it's 8 p.m. But 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I'm Eastern Standard Time. So 11 p.m. for me. We got Battle in the Valley, San Jose, California. Another huge show. This show has a number of Impact Wrestling stars on this show, which is very exciting. Impact Wrestling, but this is the big one. It's gonna actually let's run down the show. There's a pre-show match. It's gonna be Kevin Knight and the DKC taking on the Bullet Club. Impact Wrestling's Chris Bay and Hikuleo. As you know, Chris Bay and Hikuleo will be getting a shot at Turning Point against the Good Brothers. I know El Phantasmo was Chris Bay's partner when they became the number one contenders, defeating Finjuice. But Phantasmo, now being in the Best of the Super Juniors, won't be able to team with Chris Bay. So it's going to be Hikuleo and Chris Bay taking on the Good Brothers. At least that's what I think anyway. But Hikuleo, Chris Bay, no way they're losing this match. Kevin Knight, DKC, they're both young lions out of the LA dojo. And so Hikuleo, Chris Bay win this match. It should be I love Kevin Knight. Kevin Knight is full of fire, great potential. DKC is also has good potential as well. But when all is said and done, Hikuleo Crispe will win this pre-show match, which starts actually at 7:30. So that match actually starts at 7:30 p.m., 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. So if you're watching AEW Full Gear, you might miss the pre-show match. Um, First match will be the Walking Weapon, Josh Alexander, former X Division and former Impact Wrestling World Champion, had the title for about 4 minutes before Moose defeated him for it. He takes on former Young Lion, now an Excursion, one of my absolute favorite young wrestlers, Yuya Omura. I was mentioning Yuya Omura earlier against Nakashima. And Nakashima being injured. But now Yuya Omura is in the States. He's on Excursion. And he goes one-on-one with Josh Alexander. It's going to be a great, great match between the two. A lot of people might not be familiar with Yuya Omura, but he is so, so talented. And he's going to be a huge star when he heads back to Japan. And this is going to be a great one. But I'm going with my boy. I'm going with my boy, Walking Weapon, Josh Alexander, to win this match. Then we have Bateman and Mysterioso against Brody King and Chris Dickinson. Should be a great one as well, but I'm going with Brody King and Chris Dickinson to be victorious there. And then we have a 10-person tag team match. Fred Rosser, David Finlay, Rocky Romero, Alex Coughlin, and Alex Zane taking on Tom Lawler, JR Kratos, Danny Limelight, Royce Isaacs, and Jarrell Nelson. Danny Limelight's going to probably come out and do his Rivera shtick that he's doing in MLW. But this should be a great tag. I don't know if it's an elimination match. Lots of times, 10-man tag team matches, I should say, of New Japan Pro Wrestling are elimination matches. So I'm not sure if this will be one. It doesn't indicate if it will be here, but I'm going with Tom Lawler's team. Tom Lawler, JL Kratos, Limelight, Royce Isaacs, and Jarrell Nelson, Team Filthy. I'm picking to win this match. Then the fourth match, we have Jeff Cobb returning to the States, teaming with TJP, taking on Clark Connors and Carl Fredericks. This should be a great one as well. Actually, I love Clark Connors and Carl Fredericks. Jeff Cobb, TJP, part of the United Empire faction with Will Ospreay. So this should be just another fantastic. This so far, the matches I've talked about just going to be absolutely insane. This whole show is going to be insane, and I'm only up to the fourth match already. And there's more matches to come. The Clark Connors and Carl Fredericks teaming up. That's going to be one hell of a team. Former Young Lions. They've recently graduated from the LA Dojo. And then taking on TJP and Jeff Cobb. Got to be a spectacular match. Jeff Cobb, just what a talent Jeff Cobb is. What a talent. Coming off, he had a tremendous G1 climax, and would have gone undefeated if it wasn't for Kazuchika Okada. But he had just a tremendous G1 climax, and good to see him back in the States. I'm sure he'll be back in Japan soon enough, but United Empire are going to win this match. They're not going to lose. I wouldn't be surprised if they lost, but I think Jeff Cobb and TJP are going to pull it out. Jeff Cobb is too much of a monster. I know they want to build him up. So Jeff Cobb, TJP are victorious in this one. Fifth match. My gosh. Man. This is just the fifth match. This is just the fifth match of the night. Right? It's going to be Will Ospreay 101 against Ren Narita. Normally I would say enough said, but no, I'm not. It's not gonna be enough said. This, out of both shows that we're discussing here, Best of the Super Juniors and the here Battle in the Valley, this may very well be the best match for both shows. This one right here, Will Ospreay, Ren Narita. Ren Narita, former Young Lion, he's been on Excursion for some time now, and he is just a spectacular talent. And he's going up against one of the best in the world, Will Ospreay. So Will Ospreay, Ren Narita, 101. It's going to be an absolute insane match. Mark my words. It's going to be an insane, insane match. But Will Ospreay's not losing. I'm sorry. Will Ospreay is not losing this match. It's going to be a long, lots of false finishes, lots of close calls, lots of high risk moves. But Will Ospreay is going to be victorious, in my opinion, in this one. I would love to see Ren Narita get a victory here. I would love to see him get a victory here, but unfortunately for Ren Narita, it's not going to happen. Not if it not since it's Will Ospreay, he's not losing to Will Ospreay's not taking a loss here. They're building him up as an unbeatable talent, and he's not losing here to Ren Narita. Then we have match number 6. Juice Robinson goes 1-on-1 with the Impact Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion Moose. Now, the title's not on the line, and they don't advertise him here as the Impact Wrestling World Champion. I'm not sure if he's going to come to the ring with the Impact Wrestling World title, but with Juice Robinson competing in Impact Wrestling, we may very well see Moose come to the ring with the Impact Wrestling World title. I wouldn't be surprised if he does, and I'm surprised that they haven't. I didn't watch the whole show yesterday, and maybe I missed it on past shows, but I'm surprised that they haven't been promoting this match on Impact Wrestling. But nonetheless, Moose 1-on-1 with Juice Robinson. Moose gets the big win here over Juice Robinson. This should be a very, very good match as well. Love Juice Robinson, but I absolutely love Moose as well. Moose is one of the best in the world, and Moose is going to be victorious here over Juice Robinson. And then the 7th match, Kazuchika Okada returns to the States, and he takes on former WWE star Buddy Matthews, formerly known as Buddy Murphy. How awesome is this card so far? How just amazing is this card? And we still have one more match to go to talk about. How awesome is this show so far? My goodness, Kazuchika Okada 1-on-1 with Buddy Matthews, formerly known as Buddy Murphy. That's just insane. That's incredible, man. Unbelievable the show they put together. It's unbelievable the show that New Japan Pro Wrestling put together here. Where is this going to be, by the way? The San Jose Civic Center. I don't know how many or Civic Arena. I don't know how many people this place holds, but maybe I'll do a quick check before I wrap it up. But I'm sure it's sold out. But anyone in attendance is going to be in for a treat because Kazuchika Okada 1-on-1 with Buddy Matthews. This is going to be an incredible match. This is actually Buddy Matthews' New Japan Pro Wrestling debut. And he's going to give Okada a great match. It's going to be a great match, but he's not beating Kazuchika Okada. He's not beating the face of New Japan Pro Wrestling. He's not beating New Japan Pro Wrestling's top star. But this is going to be a terrific match. The fans are in for a treat. This one, I love Buddy Matthews in New Japan Pro Wrestling. I think he could be a New Japan Pro Wrestling star. We'd love to see him head over to Japan and compete there as well. I know he's signed with New Japan Pro Wrestling. I don't know if it's a long-term deal. I don't know if it's an exclusive deal. But he called out Kazuchika Okada, and Kazuchika Okada accepted, and now we got the match, and it's going to be the true winner here in this match is going to be the fans because it's going to be absolutely fantastic, and the main event, man. The Never Openweight Championship is on the line as the champion Jay White making his second defense of the Never Openweight Championship against Tomohiro Ishii. You know, I'm just reading the card and already I'm out of breath. I'm out of breath because I'm so pumped up for this. Jay White against Tomohiro Ishii, the Never Openweight Championship match, championship on the line here. This is gonna be insane. This whole show, I can't wait for tomorrow at 11 p.m. I know people are excited about Full Gear tomorrow, but this is the show to watch. This is the show that I'm excited. I'm not worried about Full Gear. This is the show I want to see tomorrow. Battle in the Valley. New Japan Pro Wrestling. This is the show that I want to see tomorrow. So I'm gonna have to watch Best of the Super Juniors, do what I gotta do with the family, take like a 2 hour nap during the day, so I could stay up from 11, 12, 1, probably till 2 o'clock. I'm gonna have to stay up until about 2 o'clock to watch the whole thing. This is gonna be just just an incredible show. This is a can't miss show. This is a can't miss show. Just the matches. Well, let me give my prediction. I think Tomohiro Ishii is gonna capture the Never Openweight Championship. I think Tomohiro Ishii is gonna win the title. I'm going with Tomohiro Ishii. I could be wrong. I probably am wrong, but my heart and my head is going with what my heart's saying. I love Tomohiro Ishii, and I love the Stone Pitbull. And I'm picking Tomohiro Ishii to win the Never Openweight Championship, to defeat Jay White. Like I said, I'm probably going to be wrong, but I'm going with my heart. I'm going with Tomohiro Ishii, but this is going to be a great match. This is going to be a great match. It's a big day, and in addition to all these two live shows that are going to be in New Japan Pro Wrestling World, I think from eight to nine, New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong. They don't have a listing of the matches. Their web series on New Japan Pro Wrestling World. It's going to be on from 8 to 9. So New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong. So lots of New Japan Pro Wrestling action happening tomorrow. So if you're a professional wrestling fan, you could really plan your day. Watch New Japan Pro Wrestling Best of the Super Juniors in the morning. Gear up for full gear. Gear up for full gear from 8 to 11. I'm pretty sure it's from 8 to 11 full gear. Let me take a quick look. I could be wrong. Let me just see Full Gear AEW. This was 1975. I wouldn't have access to a phone, so I wouldn't be able to check like that. I don't know why I just said that. Just sorry. So what time is this starting? Give me 1 second. I should know this. Full Gear. What time does it start? It's at the Target Center. Doesn't indicate here what time it starts. I'm assuming it's going to start about 8 o'clock. Let's confirm this here. Let's go to Fight TV. Fight TV, Full Gear. Just want to confirm. I don't want to give any wrong information here. Not now. What time does it start tomorrow? 8 p.m. Okay, so it is 8 p.m. Okay, so Full Gear starts. So you could so after you watch New Japan Pro Wrestling Best of the Super Juniors in the morning, Best of the Super Juniors in the morning. Don't want to get so excited that it's talk real fast. You could take a breather, go out, get some fresh air, then gear up again. There you go, gear up for Full Gear. I had to say it twice. So Full Gear from 8 to 11, and then from 11 to 2, you can watch Battle in the Valley, New Japan Pro Wrestling. So big professional wrestling day tomorrow. But if you do want to watch Full Gear, it's going to cost you $54.99 on well, I think that's Canadian. That's Canadian. But still, I'm still on the fence whether I'm going to order Full Gear or not. That's pretty expensive, but we'll see. But I'm pumped about Battle in the Valley and Best of the Super Juniors tomorrow. And from 8 to 9, I go watch New Japan Pro Wrestling show. So it could be a New Japan Pro Wrestling day tomorrow. So great stuff. Can't wait for tomorrow. And that's it. And that's my preview and predictions for New Japan Pro Wrestling Best of the Super Juniors and New Japan Pro Wrestling Battle in the Valley. And that's it. And if you're watching tomorrow, you're in for 2 fantastic shows. I can't wait for tomorrow. And that's it. That's it for me now. So if any news breaks, I'll be back later today to talk about it. Don't forget, I have some interviews up right now on the channel, the Alliance Pro Wrestling Network YouTube channel. Had a discussion with PWO Internet Champion Wade Allen, so make sure to check that out. And recently had an interview with Nick the Natural Sullivan, and had an interview is up now with La Campeona, the Chem Valley Women's Champion, CC Galavis. You don't want to miss that one. That was a great one as well. Okay, so like I said, any news breaks, I'll be back later today. But until then, thank you so much for joining me again today. Take care. Bye-bye. And stay safe, everyone. So long. Bye-bye.